Hello everyone. Time for a feed. Live feed. Stream. Not food. How is everyone? Having coffee, by the way. Legit hot coffee. Yummo. It's cold here. So, first things first. How's the picture? The sound? Is everything Mickey Mouse? Who have we got with us? Bernie, RC Racer. David Foster's with us. Zach's with us. Hello, Zach. Lovely. I think that's everyone so far. I've got 7 people. I mean, not everyone's commented, but it is what it is. Just say hello if you're here. Alright. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to open up the hood on this bad boy. We're not going to open the hood. We're just going to take the whole body off. We're going to do some scale work on the V8 for that thing. Also, I'm going to do a bit of a rundown on the DJX hobby stuff that I've installed because scale goodness, like this bad boy here. I love this bumper, love it. So yeah, before we get right into anything, I'm going to have some of my coffee because it's cold here. It's not very nice. Raining outside, terrible. So that's sort of where we're at. Oh, so good. It is Saturday. Okay, anyone else that's not Saturday is behind the times. Fact. Mickey Mouse, best saying in the world, mate. Means so many things. Don't throw that hood as you did in the cross track. Yep, there's been some accidental throwings of the bonnet, of the cross bonnet. This one's actually hinged, so I can't just take it off and throw it. But yeah, we're gonna scale out that V8 as much as we can. I've got the old one sitting over there as a bit of a reference. So that's sort of the plan. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's due. And then we'll go over the stuff I put on the wheels that I put on the TRX4. Oh, so good. So good. Someone asked me how much those wheels are. 56 Australian dollars for a set of 4. Cheap. So, how's the sound? How's the video? Is it all good? Is it sweet? Is it awesome? Hopefully it is, because if it's not, I'm putting a lot of effort into trying to make these things as good as possible, so hopefully I'm winning. I really hope I'm winning. So yes, I think I'm pretty much organised. I've got some paints here, I've got a Tamiya weathering kit here. That's for, essentially once we finish the motor, we're just going to dirty it up a little bit so it suits the rest of the truck. I've got some wires here for my spark leads. I've got some wires here for my heater dealies, hoses. If you want to get one of these, in the announcement section of the BCRC page, there's these. They come in black too, with the black and that logo on them. They look so good. I can see what lipstick you use. It's rough, man. It's rough here. Gotta have the close up on the mugs. Okay, get yourself a BCRC mug. Merch. There's a button I can set up for merch, which I might have to do, so that if anyone wants to get right into the BCRC community, family, whatever you want to call it, you can do that. There's some sweet hoodies, t-shirts, decal sheets. We've got a full scale garage based decal sheet, scale banners, mugs. We're going all out. So yeah, that's a thing. Alright, so let's do something. Otherwise you guys are just sitting here watching a dude. It's painful, man. Because it's been raining, the noise of the road is amplified, so I apologise for that. If it's really bad, I'll see if I can drop the mic down a bit or something, and maybe it won't pick that up so much. So I apologise, but there's not much I can do. Maybe I can send a hammer out there to stop the traffic, divert them, they can go a different road. Maybe that's a thing. People are messaging me. Lawrence, I'm just going to post you the link to the feed, Lawrence. There you go. I'm not being rude. It's just if you want to chat to me, here's where to do it right now. When I'm live, I won't just sit there with messages. Okay. Warm up in here, shed. It's cold. So, first things first on the list. The TRX4 with its goodies. With its fancy new schmancy wheels. Sit that there. Move this fatty over here. My God, that truck's heavy. So, we've gone all out and we've put some schmancy wheels on the TRX4. Okay? Schmancy. Look at those bad boys. I quite like these wheels, if I'm honest. Let me move my scale stuff to the side for a memento. And then I'm going to go close-up cam. I love all my little features. I'm going to grab close-up cam, and I'm going to give you a good bit of a sticky beak. I'll go over here and click this button here. Close-up cam. Check that bad boy out, would you? If you look here, it's even got a little valve. A little valve for the rims. Aren't they pretty? I know I'm not the steadiest with the close-up cam, but, well, tough. There's not much I can do about it. How much does it weigh? The camel truck's like 12 kilos or something. It's pretty heavy. So yes, they're the schmancy wheels we put in this truck, and they're nice, man. For 56 Australian dollars, they are some nice wheels. What do you think of those? Now, I did make a couple of suggestions to DJX. Now, they're probably fine, but I mean, I'm probably just going overboard. The bolts that go into the wheel to the hub are probably a touch short for my liking. They're probably fine, but I did suggest they make those a touch longer. And the same with the bolts that go through to the bead at the back. And that's just to make it a little bit easier. Right, let me see if I can replace my cam here. Lovely. So I did suggest that they make them a little bit longer, just to make it a bit easier for people. And look, fantastic people. They take on what I say, and they don't just go, "You're a clown, bugger off." They're like, "Oh, that's good advice. We'll take that on board. We'll put it through to the people that do the design and packing everything else." So, if you do get some of these, what I suggest, what made mine easier, was I used some longer bolts. If I can find the one I used, I used 4. Lots of you tech here, see? I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. My wallet doesn't like me very much anymore. Actually, it never really liked me much in the first place. But I've gone all out. I've got 2 fancy schmancy webcams that should be 1080. I've got a big fancy microphone sitting over there. Check this bad boy out. Huh? Look at that. Got a bloody blue snowball ice dealy microphone dealy thing. So we've got one of those. I'm going all out. I want to try and make this a one-of-a-kind stream for RC. So that's my goal. And that's sort of why I keep going and looking at different brands and buying stuff so that I can show you guys all sorts of different stuff. Charles is with us. Troy's with us. Zach's with us, for those who didn't know. Hannah's with us. Says it's Mickey Mouse. Yes, dear, it is. So Hannah's with us, Zach's with us, RC Racer's with us. Who I want to say is Dennis. Am I correct? Please tell me I'm correct. I always get RC Racer wrong. Andrew's with us. And possibly others that haven't said hello. I think I've got most of you. So yes, so we've got those schmancy wheels, and they're, like I say, they're quite good. I like those. They were a little bit of a pain to mount on a fresh foam. These cross foams are reasonably hard and thick. So mounting them on these were probably harder than a normal scale sort of tyre. Lawrence is with us. Hello, Lawrence. Gunnet. Alright, Gunnet. Let me see. Ben? Dave. Dan? Bob. Steve. Frank. I forget. You're just going to have to say your name, here, hello, something like that. So just so I remember. Just for the first few. Zach says you're killing it so far. I hope so, dude. I hope so. I'm trying to pull together some big fancy unboxing stuff. I know I've got at least... Don't just say yep, dude, because I just said 5 names. Okay? That could be any one of them. Ben. So I know I've got a couple of biggies set. I am trying to organise the Element RC Enduro to unbox one of those. I've had a lot of you guys request me to unbox one, so I'm trying to organise one. They say that worldwide release is all supposed to be... You're right, it's Dennis. Awesome. John 01. YouTube chat 0. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm trying to organise the Element RC Enduro. Dragon model. I like both of your Land Rovers. Oh, too. This one, not as much as the other one, but that's only because they're totally different. They're apples and oranges. Nearly in colour too. Mad Kiwi's joined us. Reese says, hey mate, stream's looking mint. Mint, mate. Awesome. Ben from Bite Break and Fix It's here. Hello, my name is Ben and I'm addicted to RC. See, that's how you introduce yourself. RC intro. Hey, what's up? I've always loved those cables on the Defenders. These, God, it's pissing down with rain outside. These are like, I want to say $3.90 on RC Mart, and they're really easy to fit. I've got some extras here somewhere. They come as just a cable, a couple of pieces of heat shrink, some crimping collars, and I think that's it. And a couple little hooks. What you do is you grab your finger drill. For those that don't know what a finger drill, I'll attempt to find mine. There we go. That is a finger drill. Okay? Get yourself one. Wish at, they're about $3, if that. Bloody handy. So you get yourself a finger drill. Do 2 tiny little holes. I mean, tiny, stupid tiny. On the front of the hood there, the bonnet, fenders, whatever you want to call them. Do a couple of little holes. Put in the little circle hook. You'll know what I mean when you see it. Start at the top. Okay, do your top side, thread it through. Now I've used one of the holes that are already in the cage. So I put my cable through the hole and you make a loop with it, right? On the other end, you slide your collar up over the 2 cables. Have your loop, not stupid tight. Oh, it's rain, not traffic. It's rain now, yeah. So I apologise. We're doing a rainy day live feed, and this is why I've got my hot coffee. Anyway, so you do your loop. You put your 2 cables through the collar, and then you squeeze it tight with your pliers. Okay? If you haven't got pliers, why haven't you? Then you slide your heat shrink over, shrink it. Then you slide heat shrink over the cable, you slide another collar over the cable, and then you put your cable through the hook at the end on the fenders. You repeat the same process. You make a loop, put the cable through the collar, through the heat shrink, pull it tight, and then squeeze down on the collar. Once you've got the collar squeezed, cut off the excess you don't need, slide the heat shrink down and shrink it. And that's how you set those up. And then, like I say, they're under $5. Limb risers, they're called. They're supposed to stop branches whacking into your window. So important when your windows are black decals. Did you know? So yes, that's those. I mean, if there's anything else you guys want to know about parts and stuff on this truck, because there's a lot of parts on this truck, let me know. But yes, so that's those. I mean, they're awesome. I really, really quite like those. We have to get some more stuff from those guys because they make some good gear. So that's the TRX4. I'm just going to sit those down here. And then we're going to talk scale. Now I've got to move some stuff around here. New wheels look sweet on the TRX4. Yep, it was just... I love the old wheels, but I've got to do something to it, you know? With all the other trucks I've got, it's hard to keep that passion for a truck that you've had for a long time. So sometimes it's nice just to mix it up. And you don't have to change the body, as simple as a set of wheels. And I mean, it looks a new truck. So scale time. See that bad boy in there? That's what we're going to scale. I love this truck. For those who don't know, extra speed body. 99.95% of the stuff on this truck is extra speed, and it's epic. They make the best stuff. So the hard body. This is a 2010 Defender. That's what these are based on. My goal with this truck was to try and make it look like an 80s Defender, and I think with all the weathering and all the nonsense and stuff I've done, I don't think I've done too bad, especially now I've got this bad boy. I looked and hunted and looked ages ago for a bumper this style, and there was like one dude that made them, and they were beeping expensive. Whilst I was looking at all the fancy wheels on DJX's site, I come across this. It was like $20 and like 20 cents. And it was like, sold. Insta sold. Because the only other option is make it yourself. And I'm not that talented. I haven't got the gear to weld and that sort of stuff. So, it was like, well, you either con one of your mates to do it, or you buy it. And the only option to buy was really expensive. And when I came across this for $20, I just insta bought it. So, and it just bolts on to the factory bumper, which is even better. Something I've noticed I have to do is I've got to get rid of my little guard here and cut a piece off of it, because it's sort of, my bumper's now touching the guard, which has got my bumper slightly leaning backwards, but I mean, that's an easy fix. I'll possibly do that while we're on here today, just take it off. But so that's that there. The body is heavy. The body's very heavy. It's very loaded with scale goodies. Okay, so let me see if I can position this so that you guys actually get a bit of a view of what's what, not just not my shirt. You don't care about that. Okay, so this is our scale V8 in all of its scaly goodness. Well, thank you for the focus there, camera. Now, I've got to take my air cleaner off. Wrong one. It's always the wrong one. Always. Never the right one. Ben says, love this truck. Rob's joined us. Hello, Rob. You're late. Kidding. Stirring. Joking. Okay. Air cleaner's coming off. Dragon model. Nice engine inside. It's pretty cool, man. This whole thing is full-blown metals. Thick metals. Metal gears inside. I couldn't tell you what motor comes inside it. I don't know. At some stage I'm going to change it to a year racing one. One of the Just Climb motors. I need to order more. I'm going through these motors like crisps or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going through a lot of them because they're awesome. Okay, so we've got our two pieces of our air cleaner. Now I'm going to paint this piece a colour. Don't know what yet. Possibly medium grey, possibly white. I don't know. I'll decide that as we go. Then we've got our rockers. I'm going to have to take those off because I'm going to hand paint the lines on the top of them. Where do you get the engine kits? This engine comes with this chassis. This is the Extra Speed. The Extra Speed 334 extended wheelbase chassis. Designed specifically for these bodies. And they're awesome. I've got a chassis that looks just like that in a way, but it's for the D90. Extra Speed make one of these for the D90 as well, with the V8 or without it. So you don't have to have it. The V8 is noisy compared to your standard, just a little gearbox up the front. But it is what it is. You've got to take the good with the bad. You've got to say, I don't care if it's noisy because V8. Okay? Scale. Bloody cheese puffs. Every time. X thing. We've made a rule. When you join, you've got to say, hi, I'm your name here, and then smiley face or something. It helps me remember. So far today, I've got one guess correct. Right, so We're going to pull the rockers off. Lovely. So first job on the list today. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to move this so I can just see everything. Check that. Check that. V8s are noisy. Well, this is true, Rob. This is true. So I'm going to test my ducks. I'm going to aim my little camera down here. I'm going to see if I can paint this so that you guys can watch me stutter and wreck it. Lol. Got a little paintbrush here. Okay. Oh, wait, it's just me chewing cheek. Oh, jeez. Some comments I just shouldn't read. I'm going to lower this down a bit. I want to try and get a good idea of what's a good view. I need a different camera holder for this dealie. Right, so if I'm there like that, can I paint that so that you guys can see what I'm doing? Possibly. We're going to do red lines or yellow lines. I did red on the old V8. Oh, jeez Louise. So for those wondering, this is what we're going for, okay? This is the old V8 I took out of it. Now, if you're wondering why I took the old one out, this one was really noisy. And I messaged Extra Speed and I said, look, for my liking, it seems a bit noisy. And they said, it's cool, we'll send you a replacement. Sweet. So they sent me a replacement and the new one is quieter. This was one of the very first they made. So if you get the first of something, expect an issue. This motor itself nearly weighs as much as a stock SCX-10. It's heavy. It is heavy. Alright, we're going to vote for yellow. So this is sort of what we're going for today. We'll park that there somewhere, so I don't know if you can see it. Rob says blue. Why would we go blue? It's a yellow truck. So we're not doing blue. Yellow or red. The last one was red. I don't mind the idea of yellow. I'll give them both a shake. Always shake your paints, kids. Make sure it's mixed properly, because if your paint sits long enough, your paint will separate and your thinners will sit on top. Well, we've got to vote for red. No, we're not doing pink. One red. Well, can you make the small screen big screen again? I can do that. I can just go like this. Ta-da! Close up cam. So we can do that. We can do that for the paintings. Damn, looks good. I don't have a transmission like those. No. What you probably have, another vote for yellow. 2 for yellow, 1 for red. Thing and stuff and thing. What is the truck? Bear with me. Ding. Camel Trophy. D110. 10 kinds of epic. I need my chat. I can't see who's voting for what. Baby Prue Brown. Oh, Robert, stop it. Okay, I think we're going yellow. Don't you have to prime with that? Nah, not for something like this. I mean, this isn't going to touch anything. It just literally sits under the bonnet and looks pretty. The only time you ever see it, is when you lift the bonnet. Oh, another one for red. So we've got a red, we've got a yellow, we've got a yellow. That's 2 yellows and a red. Or 3 yellows. Alright, we're going yellow. Vote's closed. Oh, Lawrence, you can't vote twice. See what you did there. Right, let me see how well this is mixed. Yep. I think we're sweet. Right, so I see a photo of one that is yellow. We're doing yellow. Just so you guys know, for scale, complete scale accuracy, you will not find. Let's go to close-up cam now. Okay, you will not find one of these in a Camel Trophy truck, which is over there. Okay. Just before anyone gets in with a, oh, that's not scale. You don't see them like that. Mix them together and make an orange. Robert, seriously, mate. I know it's Saturday, but calm your farm. Right, rotate that around this way a bit. Let's see if I can get that leg out the way. Oh, pro strats, bro. Pro strats. Right, now I haven't done any fine finessey. I'm just going to move that closer to myself so I can be a bit more steady Eddie. I haven't done any fine finessey painting for a while, so there's a very good chance I'll screw this up. So you're welcome to do the lols in the chat. What I'm doing at the moment is, actually I'll show you. Got my paint here, right? I'm just dipping my brush in my paint and I'm sort of wiping it off. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to pull all the bristles close together so that they're as fine as possible. I think by memory this is probably the finest brush I've got on hand. I'll have to have a look before I start, because that one's going to be, that's going to be testing my luck. So just sit that down, you can look at the paint. Let me have one quick look in my little container here, if I've got a finer one. Not that one. Yeah, not that one. That might be. Right. So I've got one quick closer one before I do some stuff. Steady there, man. I'm getting woozy from all the camera movements. Ping. Just momentarily. What I'm going to do, I might not use that one. What I might do is grab my Tamiya polycarbonate cleaner. I'm going to dip this brush in it, which I know has got some crap on it, and then give it a wipe round on my little rag here. And that's going to remove any old paint from the brush. This is art class. Watch and learn. Bloody hell. My friend DMG's coming along nicely on the chassis for my 1/6 scale Ford F350. Chris has joined us. Hello, Chris. Thanks for joining, mate. Very much appreciated. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Is that pink? Yep, it's pink. I'm just getting rid of the old paint off my brush. This one is definitely finer than the one I had, so this is most probably the one I used last time. Lovely. That's good. Tamiya polycarbonate body cleaner. Brilliant stuff. Brings back even the worst of wrecked paintbrushes. Right, so yoink. Apparently we want close-up cam because it's a thing. Right, so just get a dippy, do the same thing I did before. Pull those bristles together. Move that out the way because you don't need to see that really. Right, let's see how I go. So far so good. Now, when you're doing this sort of stuff, you will get a bit of excess paint sitting just on the little ridges. The ridges being this part just here on the outside, so not in the dip. Don't panic about that. You can easily get rid of that later on. Right. So let's go a bit more paints. Lovely. Holding my breath while I do it. How's that? Steady, steady, easy, steady. Do feel free to give the stream a like. Likes are important. Very important, because YouTube pays very close attention to likes. Give it a like, give it a share. Oh, I'm not going steady now. This is where it gets tricky. One, because my morning coffee hasn't kicked in. And two, because I'm being Captain Anal to try not to go over the edges too much. Easy. Now, on the other end, before I get to the end, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get a bit of paint in my brush. And I'm going to try and make it so you can see what I'm doing. I know it's probably not focused perfectly, but I'm going to put my brush at the end here, push down a little bit, and just go forwards and backwards ever so slightly. And what I'm doing is I'm actually pushing the paint into the corner. I'm not trying to paint the paint, I'm trying to push it. And a lot of this A lot of this fine scale detail stuff is pushing paint, not painting paint. That's not too bad. Got too many people watching you. Yeah, no kidding. Join the army. It'd be a great style for that steadiness. I don't know if you're taking the piss, dude, but so unfortunately, this is a steady process. God, I'm an idiot. This is not a fast process by any means. What I should have done was done the inside ones first, because, you know, smarts. Pushing the paint. Now, can you guys see that's slightly curved? Right? That curve, you actually use the brush. I'm curving it in towards this back edge here. I'm just going to push the paint along this back edge, because there's always little bits that you do miss and such. This is where you got to teach yourself how to push the paint and fill those gaps without spewing paint everywhere. So you must teach yourself to push paint. It's very handy. Very handy indeed. Winning. And of course, I'm probably not taking quite as much time. I'm probably not taking quite as much time with this as I should, because, I mean, this is a live stream. You guys are sitting there watching me do it. You do not want to watch some dude spend an hour painting 2 rocker covers. I wouldn't. Push the paint into the corner. Lovely. I'm probably not quite loading up the brush enough, but just don't want to go crazy. Rotate that around. Help me get to the other edge easier. No, I mean, this gives you guys a bit of an idea of what we're doing here and how I'm doing it. Now, I know it's not perfect, and that's partly because, well, one, it's yellow. The yellow is not covering full thickness to go with, so I'm probably going to have to do this again. But anyway, that's a part of the fun and all that. Like watching paint dry. I know, right? I'm going to go there for now, so you can still watch the little one, and you can watch how much I go when I do this. I don't. We've got to mix it up. It's been a while since I've done any fine detail stuff like this, so you've got to get back into the swing of it. But these are the little details that make your truck stand out from the rest. Try and go a little bit thicker with this paint. You're soon get the hang of what's the right sort of thickness with your paint, so that you can push it evenly. So you push down in the middle of this indent, and it'll push the paint up to just the edge of either side. Very handy. Very handy. So we're winning. Has anyone got any questions or anything? Yes, sir. How long is this going to take? One eternity later. Right, 3 lines down, 1 to go, wicket. I'm winning. Is this boring or what? Let me know. Let me know if it's boring. Assuming you're using Tamiya acrylics, an easy way to clean your edges is penetrate. Yeah, you can also just use your fingernail depending on what you painted on. If it's on something like this, this metal here, you can literally just scratch the top stuff off. But so far, I haven't done bad. I know the paint's not as even as I'd like it in the lines, but it's not bad. I've done worse. I'll be honest, I've done worse. Yoink. Sweet. Winning. Haven't cocked it up yet, so that's always a bonus. Something I'm enjoying with these. I'll Kiwis off. See you, buddy. Thank you very much for stopping by. Something else I've been thinking of is like with these streams, it's a good chance for you guys sort of just to get an idea of the normal day of the life sort of stuff. Day of the life. The normal, run of the mill, how I do this stuff as opposed to just, oh, look at all these pictures of the stuff I did. It sort of gives you a bit more of an idea of how long some of this stuff takes and the nonsense that's involved. And I figure, hell, if I'm going to sit here and do it, why not do it with your mates? We're all mates here. Wicked. Looks good because I thought you were painting the whole thing. You're like, oh hell no. But this takes more work. GJ. I'll take it as a GG. I think we all have, honestly. The thing that got me into scale trucks is the model building hobby. Years and years and years ago, I used to build little 32 scale model cars. I haven't done one in such a long time. But I think that's sort of where a lot of this stuff stems from. It's the love of turning a piece of grey plastic into something that's cool or something that looks realistic or something. Turning it into something. Right, so we're going to finish this one. Let me know if this is boring. And I'll say come back in 20 minutes. Lol. Okay, that one's done. Where's my other one? So, before and after. Tiny little, however long that took us. How long's the feed been going? 43 minutes? Damn, son. Oh, good job. Right, my bad. It just shows you these little details make the difference. It's what makes you truck. Use my brain this time. I'm going to start on the inside ones. I remember when I painted the old motor here. I painted them all and I did the same thing. I started from the outside and just went straight across. And it was like, why didn't you start from the inside? So much easier. Work smart, not hard, people. Bit more paint. Do feel free to drop any questions if you've got them. I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. if you'd like to donate to the stream, that's an option too. Donations go towards prizes and future content and all those sorts of goodies. So there should be a link in the description. If you only took 15 minutes to do that one, did it really take me 15 minutes to do that? Sorry. So yes, there's a link in the description. Should you want to donate, it all goes back into BCRC, which is Aussie RC, for streams for the Facebook group. If you're not a part of the Facebook group, Lars can answer that question for you. Timberwolf, Bernie, Lars can answer that question for you. Bernie, answer the question. 3D printers on my list. So yeah, any donations and such go towards better gear, so stuff like these cameras and whatnot, prizes and things like that, or perhaps more merch. We did have a suggestion to have BCRC pit mats, so I'm going to look into that if that's something you guys would be interested in. I say that while I'm sitting here not using a pit mat. But I mean, I'm painting, so there's that. One line done. Next. Well, that's a bit much. A little bit much. Sorry if this is boring. I've heard those Ender 3s are pretty good printers for the money. I think that was sort of one of the ones I was looking at. My biggest issue is where the hell would I put one? I've got so much stuff already. I need like a portable 3D printer that I can just pack up. The Ender 3 seems to be the winner. It's one probably a lot of us have heard of. I've heard some good things about it. Lovely, we're winning. I'm trying not to take too long, guys, sorry. Something I need to check. I need to check my volume. Yep, my volume's up. Lovely. That helps a ton. Need more scale parts to make my rigs look as scale as possible. My father has one as well. Awesome. It's nice when you guys can sort of chat to help each other out. It's awesome. It's all a part of the community goal here. I want BCRC to be a place where you guys think to yourself, oh, I've got a question, I'll go and ask the boys. You know, there's a lot of Facebook groups and such out there, you ask a question and you just get slandered because, oh, as if you don't know that. So, well, that's why I'm here, you clown, I want to know. So, we try and help each other as much as we can. We try and keep the fun in the hobby. As much as watching someone paint something is fun for some people. I'm sure others already would have gone, screw this, I'm out. Still like making hand-making scale items. I do too, Rob. I mean, that's why I made like my welder, wherever that is. Made a little welder. I mean, most of you guys have seen it. I mean, there's a lot of options out there now. I mean, even the last year and a half, the whole scale game's changed massively. we are winning. One of the greatest things about this hobby is the fact that almost everyone is out to... Well, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of people in this hobby that just don't get it. There's a lot. And unfortunately, because of Facebook, you tend to come across those people more often than you probably like. But, yeah, I mean... Come on. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why I try and do so much for the whole BCRC community thing, and is to try and, you know, we've got so many great members that are in the hobby for the right reason, that want to, they're in the group for the right reason, you know, they want to just enjoy the hobby, have fun and help each other. But that's just the best thing ever. Fair to say, I'm pretty proud of BCRC. Okay, proud of you guys. You rock. I need to have some of my coffee before it goes stone cold. I sort of botched this line. Not botched, it's just a bit the thickness is up and down like yeah. We'll do it for now. Good question, Robert. I was actually just wondering that. Coffee. Need coffee. So good. We've got a bit of a zoom cam so you can see how messy I'm doing. Could be a lot worse. I mean, you can also mask these off and paint them too, should you want to, but not a lot of people like masking stuff because it's extra time and effort. And in today's society, extra time and effort's a rare thing. Okay. I probably spent 20 minutes just doing this one. Ugh. I've got to get my paint mojo wrong. That was nice coffee. No, that was hot coffee Tammy made me before the feed started. Stream. But don't worry, I've got some nice coffee sitting there. I got your back, man. I have your back with iced coffee. Winning. Lovely. Okey pokes. Let's move this back to love drama-free groups. It's pretty good. I think in the history of BCRC, I've probably removed 4 people. We're over 2,200 members, so to only have to remove like 4 people is pretty good. There's times where I'll remove someone that I can tell is they're going to be one of those people. I'll remove them before they get there. Like, they're close. Yes, I am. Great group. What's your name, Timberwolf? I feel bad now. Who are you? Do up. Okay, so that's our rocket covers done. I did that one red. I'm not going to do it yellow. Don't even know if there's any left in here. Next on the live stream, watching grass grow. Do you want to go outside? It's pissing down rain out there. I don't. Next on the live stream is watching Jono paint an air filter. Okay. Providing this grey's got some paint left in it. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to do it white. And then I'll just dirty it up lots. Okay. I need more paint. If you run a paint shop out there and you'd like to sponsor BCRC, I could do with some paint. You gotta shake that paint, get it all mixed. Dennis Lee up right now with you. Dennis, mate, why didn't you say so? That must be my empty white. This must be my full white. We're not having much luck here, people. This is generally why I like to try and organise the stream properly before I start. I spent half of my morning cleaning my desk. It seems to be a recurring problem. Painting champion, says Dragon Model. Or just here, have a paintbrush and a metal, maybe you'll get better. I don't know why I'm doing that up, it's empty. This one's got painted, I can hear it. Now I can use my bigger brush that I was starting to use earlier. And what I'll do is, once I've painted this air cleaner, I will put the rocker covers and such back on the motor and give you a bit of a sticky beak of how it all looks coming together. Which I can probably paint on the bloody truck, just to make stuff easier. Let me give that a whirl. I believe that goes that way. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Okay, so rocker covers can sit off to the side for the mower. Now, it's something you need to remember too. If you're painting stuff, that's going to go on a vehicle and look weathered, your paint doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, you can get away with a bit of sloppiness because you're going to dirty over the top of it. So who cares if the paint's perfect? Because your dirtiness sort of takes away from the fact. I kept moving. I need. Oh, there was a thing I had. But it's in YouTube. Never mind. Hello. Upstate. Dennis. Dave? New rule, when you join the stream, you got to say your name. And hello, so that I can remember whose name's who. That's our new rule that we came up with. Well, we're reasonably generous with this paint on here. We're not going for like a full, I want it really bright white. We're just going for its air filtery colour. I don't know why you guys watch these streams. Jeez, I talk some smack. Air filtery colour. The technical terms around this place are just off the charts. Wrap the air cleaner in some... well, I don't want to have it bright because I'm just going to weather it anyway. So there's sort of not much point in me going too silly. Because by the time I paint this white on, I'll give you a close-up and then you'll see what I mean. Like this will look reasonably air filter recoloured anyway. I've just got to make sure that the lines show. So I can't have the paint too thick, because if it's too thick you won't see the lines. I can't even see my little camera now. Focus. 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 Otherwise you won't see those little lines in the air filter. But anyway, okay guys, I need to go to bed. Thanks for the vid, Johnny. See you around. No worries, dude. Thank you for being here. Very much appreciated. It's appreciated with from anyone that stops in sees what we're up to, and etc. and so on. And of course, I don't expect people to watch the whole streams all the time, right? The whole idea of this is so people can come in and out and whatever else. They're all uploaded to YouTube, so you can always come back and catch up on what you missed. So yeah, it's not expected that you sit here and watch the whole thing at once. If I do a live unboxing, I expect you to watch the whole thing. But you know, it's just it's an RC TV channel where you can just pop in, flick your channel on for a bit, your favourite channel. Flick your channel on, watch a bit of RC goodness, and then go and do what you need to do. Nearly done here. Sorry if this is boring. A lot of scale stuff, I guess, technically can be boring until it all comes together. Steve, are you in BCRC? The Facebook group? 1.6 are quite fun to drive. I used to have a pretty massive crawler when I first started, and it was fun. But then when I sort of started with the proper 10 scale stuff, it was just too big to sit there. I think mine was an 8 scale. It's like, this is just too big now. It's losing its scale effect on me. But I mean, that wasn't a scale truck in the slightest. Jump on Facebook, mate. Search Burdens Custom RC Builds. And join the group, buddy. Join the group. You'll get to know most of these guys in chat. Right. If I set that on there, I should be able to screw that in there. Lovely. This is obviously just a temp dealie. Right, that can sit in there. And now I'm going to put my rockers back on. Actually, no. First, let's do something interesting. Let's weather. It's a neat... Oh, I thought you said it's a neat group. Oh, my brain's just not with it today. I need a longer kind of bolt. Right, we're going to weather this bad boy, and we're going to make it look all dirty and such. So we're going to go close-up cam. Zoom in. Okie doke. BCRC, yeah, but you got to search Burdens Custom RC Builds to find it. Okay, so I'm going to aim this cam down a smidge. I need to move my screen across a bit so I can see what I'm showing you. Right. Lovely. Now, I'm going to use first some black paint. And then I'm going to use the Tamiya weathering kit. Okay, weathering kit A. In case you can't read upside down A's. And we're just going to make this look a bit like that one. Focus, please, camera. Focus. Okay, a bit like that. Dirty, rusty, crappy. Well, not crappy, but you know, like it's been through the walls. So, first step, shake the black paint. Now, we're not going to need much paint. Alright, we're not going to need much. You're going to want to put Burdens apostrophe S. That's the quickest way of finding it. If you don't have the apostrophe, it seems to be... Facebook goes, nah, that doesn't exist. What sucks is we had a tornado scare. That's not fun, mate. Not fun at all. It's over now. But it did hit east of my location. Not good at all, dude. I'm glad you're okay. We don't have to worry about those here, which is a bit of a relief. I say a bit. It's a massive relief. Let's not kid ourselves here. Right. So, we've got our powders. And they are scratched up a bit. We've got our dealie. Okay? Our air filter cover. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to dab a tiny little bit of black paint. I'm just going to sort of put some random splotches around. I don't want it to be too obvious. So you definitely got to have some little marks and such that are just random. Bit more paint. Right. Now I'm going to dab my powder. I'm just going to pick. I'm going to pick the mud colour. I'm just going to cover my little applicator brush here with it. I'm going to dab it straight onto the black paint. And then I'm just going to work my way over the whole air cleaner. A bit more. This is the quickest and easiest way to add a weathered effect to stuff like this. I'm going to grab a little bit of water, if I can. Awesome. I had to poop and found your live video. Wow. I don't know what to say. Okay, so now, if that'll focus for me, I'll move the plane out of the way. If that'll focus for me, please, camera. Focus. Thank you. So already, it's starting to look a bit shitey. Okay? I'm just going to dab a little bit of water. And then I'm going to grab I believe it's sand colour. I'm just going to start running some of this over. I've probably got to touch much water on there. It's okay. We can wipe some off. So I want to get this effect going all over the air cleaner. I'm going to wipe a smidge off. Turn the fan on. What fan? Off the top. Okay. You're all pooping with me. Wow. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. Okay, so if you'll please focus camera, that's where we're at now. And that's starting to look like a bit of a dirty old air cleaner, correct? I love close-up cam. How cool is close-up cam? Right, now I'm going to do a bit of a repeat process. I'm going to do a little bit more black paint. And you can see how quick you can do this stuff. I'm going to go over the top of little areas of what we've previously done. Oops. Then I'm going to grab my middle colour, which is light sand. I'm just going to dab this over the whole thing too. The reason we do this is we're actually giving it different layers. Layers gives it depth, which makes it more realistic and a lot easier for people to believe that it is what you are trying to portray it to be. So, really quickly, like, now at the moment, this camera is making it look whiter than it is, lighter. Quick, Johnny, show me crapper. Hang on. There you go. The crapper is here. Okay? It's even got a bucket and a mop in there now, you know, just in case someone makes a mess in there. So that's how we rust up our air cleaner. What do you think of that? Quick, simple, easy. Once that's sitting on top of the motor, I'm going to add a little bit more darkness to it, I think. So I'm just going to add. I've just got a little bit of water on my brush. I've probably got too much. Alright, I want some more of this. I'm going to have to scratch some powder up. Right. Aren't you glad you joined the stream, mate? I wonder how many people sitting there now going, oh my god, I can't believe you just joined this stream. What is this? Oh, she's looking nice and dirty now. Lovely. There. That is our focus. Focus, please. Come on, Cam. Focus. You know you want. There you go. So that's our dirty old air cleaner cover, which is wicked, especially if we zoom that out to there. I need to change the lighting on this camera. You can actually see the difference between the bench here and here. The white balance. That's what I need to change. But anyway, I digress. So if I don't know how well this will autofocus. There you go. That's our rusted up air cleaner. Made it look like some paint's flaked off. It's got some mud on there. It's just proper gritty. Do you know what I mean? Right. Now, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to install. Sorry for your ear holes. You boys make me low, said Hannah in her best redneck accent. Right, listen here. Now you don't have to rush stuff like I do. You can take your time and do it properly. Or you can rush it, like I do. Right, on that goes. Lovely. So, that's our first step out of the way. So now, if I swing you around here and try and aim the camera at the dealie, I'm trying, bear with me. These streams are enjoyable, especially when I'm wrenching on my rigs. Also, seems like you got YouTube figured out. I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting there. I'm no pro. Let me block some light here. So that now you can see the colour difference between our air filter. Focus. Focus. So you can see the colour difference. I'm just trying to block the light, so I have to change the white balance on this camera. But we are winning. I don't think I can't change that while it's on. I don't think. Let me have a look. So let me see if I can change the setting on that. Close up cam. Can I change the settings? I probably can't because these things don't like being changed while it's active. Oh, use your brains, mate. Use your brains. Close that. Go to the main scene. I'm talking myself through this, okay? I won't be long. Right, if I turn off close up cam, hopefully I can edit the settings of it. None of that really helps there. Well, I can change it. Oh. Follow my face. Oh, I haven't been through these settings yet. Oh my god. Oh, autofocus. Can I change that so it's more macro, please? Okay, see if that helps. Here we are. Image right light. Do we turn white balance off? I'll do that myself. Okay. Let's see. Sorry people. I'm just learning. Done. Okay. Now let's activate that camera. Does that look less blue? Not quite. We're not quite there, are we? Ah, there we go. Wicked. Do up to... No, don't do that. Brightness. Probably turn that down a smidge. Okay. How does that look? Does that look okay? Yeah, that's a better representation. You can actually see the colours now. So what do you think of that? That's our rusty. That's our dirtied up air cleaner top with the not so steady cam. That's better. Learning. Okay, learning. Probably makes those look too orange now. Yeah, a little bit. It's fine. For now, it'll do. Okay, let me zoom back in. Winning, wicked. There's a lot of things to learn here, and because I'm me, there's not a whole lot of time to learn it. So bear with me. That's all I can say. Right. Nice. Wicked. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bolt my rocker covers back on. For two reasons. One, shows you guys sort of what we're going for. And two, I can weather them while they're on the motor. Yoink. Did I line that up correctly? Wrong one. And yes, it makes a difference. There's a cutout. There is a cutout for the gear that goes underneath. Right, bolt this on here. We'll do a couple of scale tricks and such after this. I really need the motor out to do the spark leads, but we can do the heater hoses. What's the vehicle? It is the D110 Camel Trophy truck, mate. All extra speed gear, so everything you see here is extra speed, which can all be ordered from RC Mart. This is where I got mine. Give me a moment and I'll drop the body back on and give you a look. Just slide that in there. Lovely. Lovely. Already looks heaps better. Has that started? Yes, it has. I've got too much colour going in that bottom camera now, I think. It's a bit over saturated. But we can fix that. Right, so we bolt this on, you know. Ooh. Lovely. Right, so just the sharpness a little bit. Is it not sharp enough? Is that what you're saying? Yoink. Michael's with us. Hello, Michael. Thanks for saying hello in the chats with the thumbs up. Very much appreciated. Right, so I've got to turn off that camera. Just the settings. We're winning. Advanced settings. I mean, I've got my own little sort of control dealer here. I can. Let's go done. Ooh, schmancy. I didn't know this camera did this. Hello. Lots of videos and your builds. Thank you, Michael. Very much appreciated, mate. I really do appreciate that. Too bright in colour. Right, I'm working on it, gents. Colour intensity. Trying to get it to match. I mean, you got to remember too, we're filming here with two different cameras. So I'm trying to get this camera to match that camera, and they're in different positions, etc. and so on. But I think that's better. Just for the moment, let me just stretch that up a bit. I think that's better. The wheels, the tyres are the ones that come with the truck. The tyres are good, but for this truck, the foams are a bit soft, so I'm going to have to put harder foams in. The the wheels are G-made wheels. I can't remember exactly what ones they are, but they're G-made. They're on RC Mart and they're pretty damn cheap, if I'm honest. Which is lovely. Okay, now, so someone said sharpness. I don't... Let me go close up, Cam. I think that's just a focus thing. Yes, it seems to be a bit of a focus deal. Because I can't just sharpen the image, if that makes sense. I mean, I can focus it myself, but that's a lot of screwing around. So we'll leave that there and we'll see how that goes. Does that look better? Does that look better? Right, yep, lovely, save. So for now, that'll do. I think that's better than what it was. I think. Alright, man, we're already an hour and 21 minutes in, and all we've done is painted 2 block of covers, painted the air cleaner, and looked at a couple of trucks. Right. So, someone said, what truck is it? Well, I'm going to show you now. This body's heavy. Right. Drop this down on here. Lock the back a tab first. This is the truck. The Camel Trophy. Now, opening hood. The door's open. I can't remember if I glued them. That one I did. That one's not. I need to re-glue that. There you go. So you got a full opening doors, full interior. I did a light up dashboard. The whole kit and caboodle. That camera does still look a bit orangey, doesn't it? But then again, so this one here is a bit washed out too. So after this stream, I will sit down. Couple of hours I'll spend going through the colour, the sharpness, the focus, all that sort of stuff on both the cameras. I haven't been able to go through that one massively yet, but I'll get there. So yeah, these trucks do look awesome. I did I went a bit nuts and made the dashboard light up, which is pretty easy. You just, where the decal for the dashboard goes on, cut out where the decal goes, but sort of leave yourself enough room to still stick the decal there. And then just make a little light box behind it, a couple of LEDs, bam, light up dashboard. So that's our body, which weighs more than the chassis. That's not optimal. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do is stuff and things. I'm going to have a swig of my iced coffee now because my other coffee ran out. For those who don't know, I always have iced coffee because it's good. Lovely. If you want to know what the cameras are, this one up here is a Logitech. They're both Logitech cameras. Logitech C922 Pro Stream camera. This one is a Logitech C615. They're both brilliant cameras. They're both brilliant cameras. I just didn't want to spend the same amount twice because that camera wasn't cheap. I mean, that was okay, but that wasn't cheap. They're both 1080 cameras. So I've gone all out. That's why we had the donation goal for cameras. And then I jumped the gun. Right, so we're going to do heater cables. What I've got here, I've got to stop faffing about. We're getting nowhere. I've got here is some essentially motor wire. So it's the same sort of thickness as your standard brushed motor wire. I haven't got any handy, but this is just what I use. If I'm making my own wire to run for motors, this truck here, you need to run wires from the very front to the back where you put your SC. So this is what I used, which is, I can't see because the label's gone. What do you use for your field vids? I use my HTC U12 Plus and a GoPro. I've just recently got the GoPro, sponsored by Dear Ice Coffee. I wish. It'll help me pay for some of the gear I'm buying. Where's my zoom? There. I need to change it back to there. Right, now, so now I've got my comments big. Right, so I'm going to cut a couple of links of this stuff. So yeah, just mostly I use my phone. Yeah, cop that. I'm going to cop this. Ooh, if you'll cut, please cut, sir. There we go. So we're going to use 2 of this for heater cables. Let me see where you are positioned. Oh. And we'll just do a quick sort of focus reset. Does that work? Not really. There we are. So our goal is to glue. Now I know a lot of people won't like the idea of gluing this stuff to their motor, but because you're gluing it to metal, lovely, because you're gluing it to metal, you can just pull it straight back off later on anyway. So don't stress. You will need to grab your pliers and bend the last little bit of the wire. Like yay. Can you see that? You can see that. Okay, you need to bend it like that so that when you glue it down, let's thread that through there. So when you glue it down, it'll want to stay there. Okay, you can see where that's sitting there. Now essentially we're just going to replicate this twice. We're going to run it down just past the back of the motor and then cut the rest off. It's that simple. Yoink. This is how we do our motor wires. Our heater hoses. God. Hello, English. So thread that through there. Now what I'd recommend is do this before you do your spark leads. On the old one I did it afterwards. It was an afterthought. But where do you buy your kits? Depends what it is. If it's a Cross RC, I get it from allthews.crossrc.us. That's where I get my cross stuff. If I'm getting stuff like this, or the Tamiya trucks, or some of the many other kits I've done, I'll get it from RC Mart. Right, so we'll sort of position those. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my glue, super duper glue, it says super right there on the container, and I'm going to glue the start of these 2 wires together. Now I'm going to weather these, so don't stress about them being perfect or seeing a bit of glue. I just want to glue these 2 together so that they sit nicely. I wonder what that would look like in close-up here. Well, there we go. So we're going to have two heater hoses there. We're essentially going to glue those to that side of the motor. Now these motors actually split right down the middle. So when you're gluing stuff to these, stuff like heater hoses, glue to one side. I know your spark leads go all the way across both sides, but that doesn't really matter because they're a tiny little wire that you can just sort of rip off. Right, so is that set now? Is that set? Good. Lovely. Wicked. Lovely. I keep saying lovely. That's bloody your fault, Robert Collin. I'm going to do the same on the back here. Just a quick little bit of glue just to hold the wires together and everything sort of where I want them. And then I'm going to pull the wires out of the truck once they're nicely glued together, and I'm going to cut the excess off the back. And then we can glue them to the actual motor. And then that part's done. And then we can move on to whatever it is that is next, which I think is the distributor. We probably won't do the whole motor in this stream because, you know, I've got a life too and it's Saturday. Don't forget to give the stream a like, give it a share. It's very much appreciated. If you'd like to donate to the feed, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, there's a link in the description. I believe you click on that and it should take you to a PayPal dealie or something, providing it's working correctly now. Right. Need a lovely... Oh, no, you know what I'll do, Robert? Oh, brilliant idea. I'll make it so when someone subscribes, it pops up and my voice actually says lovely or something like that. So we'll have the word pop up, lovely, new subscriber. Okay? And this is the thing. We've got to customise this stream for ourselves. Okay? Because we're going to go back to the normal cam here. Because this is our community, right? We want to customise this stream for ourselves. So if you have a suggestion for stuff like even Rob saying we need a lovely counter, in the top right of the screen. I mean, it's a funny idea. It's a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't think I can find something that'll actually register every time I say lovely. Ding. But we can design our own things for the stream so that if someone subscribes, it'll say lovely. You know, thanks for subscribing, lovely, or whatever. So yeah, I like, you know, this is good stuff. Good fun stuff. We're a community here. We're all just fun IRC people, mate. Right. I want to cut those off there. Get rid of the excess that we don't need. And now I can glue my bloody dealies on here. What I will do is grab a couple little bit each rings. I've already subscribed. Sorry, mate. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry you subscribed. I'm going to get myself a couple little bits of heat shrink. I can do it without cutting my hand off. I'm going to slide those over the ends of our heater hose here. They're probably too long. Wah! They are too long, aren't they? They're too long. When it's done, I'm unsubscribing, then unsubscribing, but you'd have to resubscribe to unsubscribe. Need a Tony alarm. Everyone pretend you're asleep. Tony's here. It's a good thing Tony's a good sport, because otherwise he could get really upset with a lot of us. For those that don't know, join BCRC and you'll see what I'm talking about. Where is Tony anyway? Where is Tony Gutierrez? Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there. I'll pop this on here. I'm putting two little pieces of heat shrink on the end of this heater hose. So when I glue it down, I can have everything sort of nice and schmicky mouse. And I'll say it again. There he goes with his Mickey Mouse nonsense. And it just sort of hides the obviousness that you've just glued this stuff to your truck. If that makes sense. That's half what scale is. Hiding the obvious. Right. There was another little trick I was going to show you guys, but I need some thin heat shrinker. We're going to make a dipstick. And before anyone says it, no, I'm not a dipstick. I know you're thinking it. Apparently Tony's off buying more wheels. I'll be resubscribed. Ah, right. I'm with you. 2.2. Yeah. Don't joke. It'll probably work. It's crazy. You say 2.2s and Mr. Gutierrez just turns up. That's weird, mate. Right. I need a little tiny piece of heat shrink, but I don't know if I've got some just sort of sitting here. I think the stuff I've got sitting here is a bit too thick. A bit too thick. Have I got the little bits here? Please be heat shrink. Wicked, awesome, lovely. Right, how to make a dipstick for your V8. Easy, easy, easy. Right, we're going to get a bit of solder, okay? Solder. Let's go all out here. Let me just move this. Ugh. I'll bring that back in a momento. We're going to go... Right. So... we have a little piece of heat shrink. Zoom, focus. Trust me, it's heat shrink. we've got some solder. Okay, I'm going to cut a length of my folder about yay long. Not very difficult stuff to cut. I'm gonna make a loop for the top, which will be like the part that you grab. Okay. So there's our ring for the top of the Stream Strats. Won't let you focus, bro. It's just anyway. So I've got this. Okay. Let me just compare this with the old motor. That's a touch long. Snip a little bit off. I'm going to do a slight curve in the middle. This way. So I'm just going to do a slight little curve. Then we're going to slide our heat shrink over it. Find where I need to cut it. There, I believe. A little bit more. Just a smidge more. Smidge more. Finessing this stuff. It's got to be perfect. Lovely. Right, now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my solder. Slide my heat shrink onto it. Lovely. And then I'm going to give it a tiny bit of a shrink. Right, so that's basically our dipstick. And then what we have to do is glue that to our motor. I know this isn't focusing very well. I apologise for this, but there's sort of not much I can do about it. It'll go that way. So that's our dipstick. Right, so now I can bring the truck back. These are the scale details I like because it's quick, simple, easy, makes a difference. Wherever I put that. There. I want to glue that down. Yeah. Please stay there. It's moving. This is the part I don't like about scale. Trying to glue tiny stuff in the little irritating spots. Bear with me. Would you please just stay there? I think we've got it. Right. So that's got our bloody dipstick done. So there you are, dipstick there. We've got our heater hoses done that run all the way to the back of the motor. Next, it adjusts the light too much, this camera. Anyway, we'll work on that. The left hand was perfectly in focus. Awesome. Awesome. Ping. You need to see our accelerator spray with super glue. Super glue dries pretty quick. It's just with sticking stuff to these motors that wants to slide everywhere while I was trying to stick. Bob's joined us. Hello, Bob. Hey, mate. We're already now 40 minutes into this. That's gone really quick. Feels like it's gone quick. Has it gone quick for you guys? What's the next little trick? The next little trick is making a distributor out of an axial hub cover. Okay. these are the little tips and tricks and suches and so ons that help you make your scale stuff. So I need a bag of screws. This is just a random bag of random screws, and it always seems to have the magic screw that I need. So what I'm looking for... I should have found this before the stream. It's fine. If I can't find this, I'll move on to the next part of doing the distributor, and I'll do this part later. If that'll work, that might be a bit long. Yeah, it's going to sit too high. It's going to sit too high, we don't want that. Got another one here somewhere. How long is that one? I suppose that's too short. Of course it is. Wow. I've usually got so many extras of these. Bear with me. That one. That's got to be it. Right. Okay, so I'm going to take... That's a 1.5. It's 1.5, man. I'm glad I'm using this one because apparently it's stripped out anyway. So we're going to use this. So this screw here. We're going to glue it up into the inside of our... Not that one. I've grabbed the long one again. I'm going to use this. Okay, which is the same thing but a little bit shorter. We're going to glue that up on the inside of our axial hub cover. Right, and that's going to be... That's essentially making a stand. So how detailed is it? Detailed. Very, very detailed. I'll give you a look in a minute. We're going to glue this in here so as to make a stand essentially for the distributor. So that's our first trick. Little dab of glue in here. Of course, don't do this if you're like really attached to these hub covers. Right, hold that nice and straight for a couple of momentos, and hopefully it'll glue there. Hopefully. Lovely. Right, I'll let that sit and harden up more. While it does, I'll show you guys the interior of the camel truck. I did glue that, didn't I? Bugger. It's so heavy. Okay. I have to do one side through one side through the other side. I thought I popped that door open. No. So, to give you an idea, this camera's paying for itself every day. Right, so if we lift this up a little bit. So that's what I've done in the back there, with a little picnic basket. We've got some soda pops over on the ground on the other side. Try and block out some light here so you can actually see what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. Let me just undo a little bracket here on this camera. I need like a quick release set up on this. So I can just lift the actual camera off by itself. Okay. Can I get that inside there? You are now entering the camel truck. How good's this camera? So, that's the dashboard. When plugged into the truck and the truck's turned on, the actual dashboard lights up. I went through, painted all of the dials and such, and now I know the camera's on a bit of an angle. Look, we're lucky we're inside the truck. I painted all the dials and such with a toothpick. That way you can get inside all the little gaps and such for like the heater controls and those sorts of things. Then I went over the whole dashboard, the floor, etc. and so on to try and make it look as muddy and dirty as possible. Let me rotate the body around. Give you a look in the driver's side if I can. So that's how it looks from this side. Dusty, dirty dashboard, muddy floor, the whole nine. I believe, no, I didn't do as much as I thought. Oh, it must have been the other one. You can actually see if you look closely at the door, there's sort of dusty, dirty marks and such on this one too. But dirtied up the windows, all those sorts of dealies. Dealies is another pretty popular term around here. So, can I get you in? Look at that. Wow, this camera's epic. So yeah, we've gone the whole hog with the detail, because if you're going to build a camel truck, you've got to build it properly. Then we have the back. So in the back of the truck I built a drawer system. So I've got a drawer there. If I can get my hand around here, that should slide open to reveal all the accessories and such that you could possibly need for a camel trophy adventure. Okay, so we've got a drawer system in there, and then all the SCADA accessories you need: ARB fridge, a shovel, an axe, big bags of coffees and potatoes. And if you look closely, this guy's even brought his focus, please focus. There you go. The SCX10 8x8 box. So we've gone all out. These go in water and fill up around your ankles. Well, if you watch enough of the Camel Trophy videos, and before I built this truck, I watched a lot of them. Let me just fix this up. Tighten this little bracket back up and put the legs back out on my stand. That stand's not brilliant. It's a bit of a cheapie, but it'll do. Right. Let's do it for straight. Got to at least be straight. So yes, you could say I went a little bit overboard with the details and such on this truck, but if you've got the option to do it, then do it. It's important. Right, probably the last thing for today's little stream. It's been nearly 2 hours. Damn, son! Is we're going to go, right, so you can see it. This here, right, we all know these. That's the axial, please focus. Cooperate. I don't know how close I can get for it to focus. It's trying. Anyway, this is an actual hub. We've glued a screw in the back of it. Okay, you can see the screw in the back. That's so that we can glue that to our motor. And then once that's glued to our motor, we need to let that dry hard. And this is why it's going to be one of the last things we do today, because if I sit there and play with it the whole time. Hannah donated 99 cents. When did you do that? Was there a notification, anyone? I feel bad now. If anyone donates, I'd like to make a deal about it and say about it, but what happened? Wrong one, Johnny. My sound's turned up. I didn't hear it. Did anyone else hear it? I have to double, triple, mega, ultra check that. Dragon, I'd like to draw you, mate. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. It's all just balsa wood. Simple things are often the best. I'm pretty simple. Lol. Okay, so we're going to put our distributor down there. Leave that to dry. Didn't hear it. Damn. I don't know if that will show there. can't see on the preview. Oh, not the preview. On the bar at the top. Does it show an amount? Never heard a ding. Well, it's showing up the top, showing the 99 cents. I don't know why there's no ding though. That's not good. Hannah, I followed the link. Well, that's good. At least we know the link's working. So, for those that want to donate, it should work. I just don't know why it didn't ding. That's sort of half the fun of it. But I saw it at the bottom. At the bottom? I'm supposed to be at the bottom. Oh, I mean, you mean the scroller. My bad. There's supposed to be an alert box. The box is still there. Let me do a test. Oh, I don't want to do a test because it'll wreck the... I'll redo the scroll at the top. That worked. The dumb thing is, I can't just... I'll have to redo the scrolly at the top. But did you guys see that little ding thing? I'll do one more. Super chat. My God. Now it's saying Hannah donated $1.43. Oh, you must have done... When you do a donation, people, it's in US dollars. Okay? So, Hannah donated 99 cents. In American, which is apparently $1.43. God, the exchange rate's crazy. Right, so that obviously that worked. Because, I mean, that startled the McShite out of me then. So, if you want to startle the crap out of me, do a super chat. I don't know how it's triggered. I think a $25 donation triggers a super chat or something. I'm still learning. Okay, so we've glued that on there. That's holding on well. Now, to do your spark leads, I'm not going to do them all now because it takes a bit of time. We're not too far off, and I'll call it a day so I can go and have some lunch because, my God, it's nearly 1 o'clock already. For your spark leads, it's simple. It's easy with the motor out. So I'll probably pull the motor out. You get yourself some lengths of red wire. You glue 8 lengths around the little bolt hole parts. So if you look real close there, you can see it. Steady, right? So you can see each one of these little... what's there? There's 6 on here, so you got to sort of space it out. But you glue them around the edge here, and then glue one in the middle. That's going to be for your coil. Okay? $1.40. Yeah, because I think that's $1 American. I'll change the... I think... I can't remember. Any chance of a direct deposit via bank? Well, I tried to set up that thing too, Bob, but it wouldn't cooperate. If you really want to, I can send you some details. When you say you can't use PayPal, is it you don't know how to use it, or PayPal doesn't like you? So we glue 8 of these around the outside edge, and we glue one in the middle. Cut these longer than you need them, and the reason being is once they're all glued, you're going to run these down to the side of the motor to where your spark plugs would be. And you can see, if I set that on there, that gives you a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about. So the placement's not going to be perfect, etc. But once this is in the truck, no one's ever going to know. Okay? Do you have Yilu? What's Yilu? You mean you've been building a Chev? I'm not building no dirty old Chev. I'm just building a V8. I mean, the reason I'm not putting the distributor at the back is because I want more detail up the front. If it's at the back, well then, they don't like me, okay? I won't ask. I can give you some details if you like, mate. Just shoot me a message. Do you have yellow wire? No, and I think if I had yellow wire, it'd be too much. And this is what you've got to be careful of. If I go yellow wire with yellow lines with a yellow truck, then it's going to be like, oh wow, this guy just went and brought everything in yellow. If I do red, we do the same thing with these wires too. Sorry, bend the ends and then glue the bent end onto your dealie. With the red, it's going to, if I can get that to sit there, let me see if I can glue one. Right, you just sit right there. Also, when you do your leads, mix them up a bit. You don't have to have some fancy exact correct firing order, but don't just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 off your distributor, because that's not how they work. Right, so here's what I mean. Let's go zoom, baby. Zoom! Okay, so with the red and the yellow, it gives you different contrast and more detail to it. If it was all yellow, 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 it'd be too much yellow. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not trying to crap on people's ideas, but it'd be too much yellow, I think. So if you look at this one, this is a part of the reason why on the new one I didn't do the filter red, because that's red, and then the leads are red. There's too much red on this motor. So Rob says he's got to go. No worries, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, so there's too much red on this motor. That's why with this one, we've got a chance to redeem ourselves a bit here. So we've got the white here, which we're going to dirty up. We've already dirtied this up. We're going to dirty up the rocker covers. Perhaps yes, we can quickly dirty up those before we finish today. So that'll be our last step. We'll dirty up the rocker covers to match the rest. All that's really left is to make a coil. So if you look down in, please focus, in here. Come on. There's our coil down there. That's literally a bolt with a spacer over it. Okay? And then I made a bracket to hold it. I'll show you on the next stream, but I used solder to make a bracket to hold it. And then just ran 2 wires out the back of there, off to where no one knows about. That's essentially what you do. So, real quick like, we're going to dirty up this motor. I'm going to pull that lead off. I'll glue that on later. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Should be blue. It's the best brands of blue. Come on now, mate. Right. So, close-up cam time. I'm already on close-up cam. God, I'm a clown. That does not give you all permission to call me a clown all the time, okay? Okay, so I'm going to try and focus there. I want to try and make it so it's not so bright. Difficult with the light directly above it. That's the problem. Perhaps we can aim it here somewhere. Okay. Right, so I'm going to grab my brush. I'm going to grab a bit of water, and we're going to use the same weathering kit we used earlier. I'm going to dab a little bit of water on my brush. I'm just going to sporadically put a little bit of water all over the rocker cover. I'm going to grab my darkest colour here and just start dabbing it on. Okay. Start dabbing it, spreading it everywhere. We want it on the motor too. That's how we give the motor that dirty used look. We want to take away that shine. Because if it's shiny, no one will believe you use it. Right, a little bit more water. A little bit more powder. Lovely, lovely. Now, of course, I'll go over all this later and make sure everything's done Mickey Mouse, as we like to say here. But for now, I think we'll be pretty happy with how it's looking. Alright, I'm just going to quickly run around and do the... actually, I was wrong. The front-mounted distributor makes it either a Ford V8 or I believe most Mopars. Well, let's just call it a 351 and call it a day. Ta-da! You did make me second guess myself there because I was thinking, hang on a minute. But anyway, I've had enough forward votes. I should have just instantly gone, no, you're wrong. But it's fine. Doesn't matter. Right, so we're smashing some weather. I've nearly broke me bloody dipstick off. Don't be a dipstick and break your dipstick, okay? That's not fun. Right, now we're getting some dirtiness to us. Now you see why I said your paint doesn't have to be perfect on these lines, okay? Because we're dirtying it up anyway. Right, I need some more water. Nearly dipped that in my bloody coffee glass there. That would have been terrible. And I'm still just using the darkest of the colours because, I mean, most engine grop and grime is pretty dark. You've also got the option now too of grabbing your black paint. I'm going to just put a little tiny couple of bits of black paint on the rockers. And then I'm going to dust over those with the sand colour. This will make sense if you buy one of these little Tamiya weathering kits. Right, a bit more black. I might go over this with the dark now. So now she's got some nice crusty bits on it too, which is good. Lovely. Which means if they're not leaking fluids, Rover V8. I wouldn't put a Rover V8 in it. I used to have a bloody Discovery years ago. My God, that thing was thirsty. It was only a 3.9 litre V8, but bloody hell, it sunk petrol. It just drunk it like it was a kid with a sugary drink. Alright, let's do a little bit on the front. Bit of water. Now I've got to be careful here that I don't break my bloody dealie off. And I've also got to put a bit of dirtiness on here. Now on my brush at the moment I have some old black paint and some water. So I can brush it sort of around my air filter. And as it all sort of spreads out and disperses, it will give us the appearance of a dirty air cleaner. Which is lovely if you want to have a dirty air cleaner. And in one moment I'm going to zoom back in on my comments because I can barely see what you guys are saying. You're probably all sitting there calling me a clown after the last dealie. Yoink. Right. Right, so now I need some more powder on the front of my motor. I'm going to gently dab this around so I don't break that dipstick. She's starting to look the business. Starting to look like a proper dirty motor. Wicked. Alright, sit that there. Just make sure you guys can see. Yes, I wish it had focused a bit better with that colour. Not much I can do, sorry. For the moment anyway. Like I say, I will spend some time and I'll research it. That's probably a little bit better. Right. Bit of black paint. So this gives you the idea. You don't have to spend ridiculous amounts of time to weather something, especially if it's just going to be dirty. It's quick, easy, and effective. Right. Need to scratch up some more powder. We're definitely winning. Definitely winning now. So for those that don't know, I've got some Tamiya weathering powder here. I'll show you in a moment what it looks like, and I'll scratch up the dust And then I use the little applicator that comes with to apply the dust on top of paint in certain areas, and that gives us the look that the paint's come off. And we just want to go around, make sure we take off the shine. A little bit more paint. I want to run some down across the front of here. So we're definitely winning. I'm happy with how it's coming along so far. That should be enough black paint. Lovely. Wicked. Now I need a little bit of water. And then we're going to add the dark again, mixed with a bit of our sand colour, just to mud on top of what we've just done. Because I mean, this thing's going through water and such, so it's got to be muddy dirty as well as oily dirty, if that makes sense. I'll read the comments in 1 second, fellas. I'm just sort of trying to rip into this. Lovely. Lovely. I do enjoy weathering stuff. It's good fun. Awesome. Got those hoses. Yes, you've got to weather your hoses too. If you don't, you're not selling the look. Okay? So, I don't know how well this is focusing, but please focus. Let's do a quick in and out. Okay, so there's our rusty, dirty motor. What do you think? Well, that's where we're at so far, anyway. Dragon says, nice look. Hey, I call myself lucky. I get 15 miles per gallon on a 7.3 diesel. F250s on gas. It was in the import, came with a 400 big block. I like 400 big block. I want a 460 big block. I don't care what it's in either. Just so I can say, yeah, it's got a 460 big block. I'm epic. Alright, let me go back to my normal camera. Yoink. Yoink. Alright. So, that's sort of where we're at for today, I think. We're just over 2 hours. Spending far too much time adjusting a camera that's about to be turned off anyway. Now what I'll do is I'll take some photos of this and I'll post it in the group. If you search just copy this text right, copy that text, paste it into your search in Facebook. The reason I say that is if you don't have the little apostrophe before the S, then sometimes it doesn't find it, which is dumb because of Facebook. Search that, find the group, join it. I will approve you immediately. I'll do it now if you do it quick enough. There's a lot of notifications there. Has someone joined? Yoink, 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 yoink. I'll have to check. There's a lot of notifications there. But does it have a camel toe? No, there's no tow bar. You be ashamed of yourself, man. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you learned something about a bit of scale stuff. Like I said before, check out DJX Hobby because the next stream I'll finish weathering. I'll finish scaling the motor. I will finish weathering that. I will weather the bumpers, the front bumper. The back's already done, and then this truck's ready for the trails again, which is good. I'm excited about it. So that's what we'll do in the next stream, which will be, I don't know, tomorrow, the next day, something like that. Give it a like, give it a share. Like I said, if you want to donate, go ahead. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was probably just some boring bits. 15 minutes to paint rocket covers, but it's got to be done. So go and join the group, and I'll put up some nice, close, detailed photos of what we've done today, so you get a good idea of what we actually achieved. So, Dragon, nice chilled out stream, good painting. Cheers, buddy. We'll catch you on the next one. Look forward to it, mate. Very much look forward to it. All right, take it easy. Have fun with your hobby of RC, and we shall see you soon.